Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Tuesday morning. As we take a look at things ahead here, we're going to see a lot of clouds today. If you see any sun, your best chance is going to be over eastern areas where there are going to be a few more breaks in the clouds. Slightly breezy winds kind of out of a easterly, northeasterly direction here to the east, and then out west they turn more southeasterly. And there could be some sustained winds up around 10 to 15 miles per hour, some gusts that might exceed 20 miles per hour. So not super strong, not as bad as yesterday's winds, but with it being so chilly out there, you'll still feel it today. Tonight, clouds holding tough and perhaps some patchy freezing drizzle after midnight. Right now, northern and eastern areas have the best chance of maybe seeing some of the very light ice accumulation. I don't think it's going to be a major issue. In fact, for most of us, very minimal accumulation expected. But again, watch for some isolated patchy slick spots out there this morning. As we look ahead to, or tomorrow morning, I should say. Looking through the day tomorrow, starting to see some clearing skies first out in the Panhandle where mild temperatures are going to settle in thanks to a strong west wind. And then sunshine pushes east, so in the afternoon we'll start to see the sun come out in places like North Platte and McCook, maybe as far east as Broken Bow, Lexington. I'm a little iffy on the Tri-Cities seeing much sun tomorrow, and then points eastward from there, stuck under clouds. But I want to point out this wind shift right here. I'll draw it in here. This is a warm front shoving its way into the Panhandle. It's going to be warmer the farther west you go, but the far western part of the state is going to be actually very mild. Unfortunately, though, there's actually another cold front that's going to dive southward, so that warmth won't spread eastward into central and eastern Nebraska. Although we will get better on Thursday, it's not exactly going to be a super warm day out there, but it will be improved with more sunshine. We will see some clearing skies Wednesday night into Thursday, but again, that cold front's already diving south, and so we're back to a northerly wind. So while we do actually warm up slightly on Thursday, it's more uniform temperatures across the state here, and that north wind will prevent us from getting super warm on Thursday, but it will be at least a little bit better out there. Let's take a look at the temperatures forecasted for the next few days here. Highest today, struggling. We will probably not see temperatures get above freezing unless you're in extreme southeast Nebraska or far western Nebraska. We're talking upper teens and 20s for afternoon highs, maybe near 30 in Beatrice. Overnight tonight, lows down into the teens and lower 20s. This is actually slightly warmer than this morning, so it won't be quite as cold. These are actually pretty close to average for this time of the year. High temperatures tomorrow, they'll struggle in eastern and central areas with the clouds really holding tough. Upper 20s, low to mid 30s. I think that's all we'll see. And then to the west with the afternoon sunshine, upper 30s, lower 40s, mid 40s. But again, that warm front making a huge difference out west right there. So again, that warm front pushing it through the Panhandle. But again, you already have a cold front right there. And that cold front will squish that warmth back to the south on Thursday. So tomorrow night back down into the teens and 20s, and then looking ahead to Thursday, not exactly cold, but that western warmth won't spread east. We're talking upper 30s and low to mid 40s for highs on Thursday. Friday, pretty comparable temperature-wise, a little more wind, mid to upper 30s and low to mid 40s out there, or lower 40s at least here. But there is some chillier air that's going to work its way southward from the north Friday night into Saturday. So we will cool off on Saturday and see more wind again for the heading into the weekend. Taking a look at the extended forecast here, again, a lot of clouds the next couple of days for the Tri-Cities, maybe some flurries today, perhaps some some early morning freezing drizzle tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be a big issue for the Tri-Cities, but temperatures will struggle to warm the next couple of days. A lot more sun on Thursday, so we'll push lower 40s there. Same thing on Friday. A little more wind Friday and Saturday. Saturday, the temperatures do come down. Sunday, we're back up near 40. And then Monday looks interesting, especially later in the day and into Monday night. We may see our next chance of potential snowfall accumulation. We'll see. Still a little up in the air on that here. We'll cool down next week, but not overly cold. That's the good news, is models are trending a little bit milder, and I pointed this out yesterday in my forecast. That doesn't look like the brutally cold air is going to dive terribly far south. So we'll get colder, but not looking at bitterly cold Arctic air. North Platte, again, flurries today, chilly. Tomorrow, some afternoon sunshine getting you to the upper 30s, mid 40s on Thursday, low 40s on Friday. Cooling down Saturday, back to near 40 on Sunday. And then Monday, just like the Tri-Cities, that may be our next chance of measurable snowfall. We'll see. But it doesn't look overly cold next week. We'll get colder, but not brutally cold next week. And so while the Climate Prediction Center does have that long-range forecast with us below average. I don't think it's going to be terribly cold, but most of the country is going to be slightly below average other than the southeastern U.S. I bet Florida looks probably nice. I bet they'll be looking at 70s and 80s for highs. That sounds wonderful. But yeah, we're not going to see that anytime soon. And they still have us marked as above average precipitation. We'll see. I'm a little iffy on that right now, but maybe something moves in here. Let's take a look at the long-range models. There's not a lot going on these next couple of days. Again, flurries today, late tonight, tomorrow morning, a little bit of patchy freezing drizzle. The European wants to show snow. I'm a little iffy on that happening. Maybe even some drizzle tomorrow afternoon out east, but not a big issue. It looks like more of the moisture to our east tomorrow night. So really we look ahead to Saturday, northern Nebraska, actually Friday there, and then Saturday, northern Nebraska. I think northern Nebraska has a chance of snow on Saturday. Then we look ahead to next week, Monday, Tuesday. Perhaps some snow making a return to our area somewhere in that time frame here. So we'd be on the northern edge of that precipitation shield to our south. And how far north that is, that will determine how much moisture we could potentially be talking about as we get towards that time frame. Beyond that, we'll see how things play out. I'm not going to get into too many details of that here just because it is so far out. So tomorrow from the GFS, again, maybe a little freezing drizzle. Not a great chance. Eastern areas have had the best chance. Far northern Nebraska Friday morning. I think a better chance would be on Saturday for northern Nebraska. And then we look ahead to next week, Monday to Tuesday. Again, maybe some snow returning to the area. It looks like the worst of it could stay to our south, but again, maybe some of that snow in there. So, and then down the road, not much down the road. All right, well, that's all I have for you for today. I want to thank you all for watching on this Tuesday morning. I'll be back with you on Wednesday with all the latest. Until then, take care and God bless. Bye.